Intro. What is going on, YouTube? We are just getting started with a little Amazon FBA Q&A. We got the TikTok right here. This is going to be the last YouTube live that we have for about a month because I will be away. So let's get into it. Do you product source on Keepa? No, I do not. Hello, what up, Hassan? I'm having trouble finding leads. It's a numbers game, brother. Is this true, bro? Is what true, brother? That people are making money selling on Amazon? Yes. I don't do a physical course. No, Hamid. It's all online. What is going on with ungating? They are rejecting everything. So I've talked to some people in the wholesale space. I do private label, the best business model on Amazon. Wholesale and arbitrage over the next 2-3 years are going to become significantly more difficult with the approvals and everything. How do I know this? I've talked to people in the wholesale space who do millions of dollars in revenue every year. And also, we've seen this play out in a different way with other categories and other business models on Amazon. Like back when I started in 2019, it was the wild, wild west for products like supplements or topicals or consumables. Anyone and everyone was able to launch that product, no barrier to entry outside of the competition. But Amazon started making it very, 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 very strict, not impossible, but very strict because they want people to follow their rules. Arbitrage and wholesale, as it's been for these previous years, has kind of been like the Wild West, just like the supplement space was in private label, where you were doing Target invoices and whole Costco invoices and all of that stuff was working. But what these creators who also sell on arbitrage and wholesale fail to mention is that that's not actually what Amazon wants you to do. And so it was a hack that was used, but that's starting to get patched up. So unless you're going through the proper channels to get things ungated, then you're going to continue to get rejected. Now, if you're going through the proper channels and still getting rejected, that's an easy fix. You just got to escalate it to an internal team and have an actual human being look at it, and you'll be good to go. But people who are just getting approvals willy-nilly right now, give it a few years, and that's not going to be the case, just like supplements and stuff. There will be workarounds that are gray hat methods, and those are the methods that get people Section 3'd or their account suspended. And then there's going to be the legit methods. How do we escalate it? Create a case with Amazon, broski, and ask them to escalate the case to an internal team or a specialist team. Every issue that I've had with selling on Amazon this year, which has been like 4 or 5 major issues, major being like a listing was suspended or we needed approval and it wasn't getting approved for like a private label product. And every time seller support wasn't able to do anything, but the internal team was. So highly recommend you guys locking in with them. It's the best fix to getting issues solved on Amazon. Also, let's do this today since it's going to be one of the last lives for a bit. If we get to 2K likes and 30 shares, which is very easy to get, so we should have no issue doing that, I will show live Amazon sales for the day. If we get to 5K likes, I'm going to make this one a little harder. If we get to 5K likes and 60 shares, which is also still very easy, we will do live product research today. How do you deal with Chinese hijackers? You can't do anything since trade name is pending. Brand registry doesn't allow you to take down if trademark is pending. That's not true, user 17. Sorry, let me backtrack. If your brand registry is pending, then you're correct. You can't do anything about it. But if you are brand registered on Amazon and your trademark is pending, you absolutely can do something about it. You go into your brand registry dashboard, contact the brand registry team and let them know what's going on. If you want to solidify your case, order a product from one of the hijackers and then send pictures to the brand registry team. and show them that this is a counterfeit product. It's not exactly what you're selling and it's misrepresenting your brand, and you'll get them taken off. It's okay if the trademark is pending as long as you have brand registry. I have a question about variations of products. When finding a product, is it best to look at what's the rest of the question? Competition that has 1 to 2 variations instead of 7 to 8. This is a great question, MF. Yes. I tend to avoid products that need like 4+ variations in order to achieve a certain revenue goal, because then you almost need, like a great example, bed sheets. You have king size, twin size, full size, queen, all of that. And if somebody doesn't have a king size bed and you only sell a queen size bed, then you missed out on that sale unless you cover all of the variations. I don't like products like that. I like products where 1, 2 variations is going to be enough for me to achieve a certain revenue goal. So that is my plan of attack there. Alex, you're a real one. Thank you for sharing the live. Everybody thank Alex because he just got us to the share goal. So as long as we get to the light goal, we'll show live Amazon sales and we can do some product research. Jazzy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. What genre of products are best to sell? I think there's good products in every category, but some of my favorites are home and kitchen, health and household, office products, baby products, toys and games, pet supplies, sports and outdoors, tools, home and improvement, patio, lawn, and garden. Those are some of the favorites. You don't have options in brand registry if trademark is pending. You do, because you're brand registered, user 17. So maybe your trademark isn't linked to your account. In that sense, I would contact Amazon seller support. I'm so confident in my answer, brother, because I literally just started a brand new Amazon seller account that I'm documenting the whole journey from 0 to $1 million. We currently have a pending trademark, and I have literally just recently gone into our brand registry dashboard and nothing is grayed out. I have the option to do everything that I'm telling you. So that is why I am so confident in this. I'm speaking from real-time live experience. But, at the end of the day, if you're asking a question and then you're questioning the answer to the question, then why even ask the question? You know what I'm saying? Products to sell, products with good market numbers. I go over the exact criteria that I use for potential products. What up, Red Shirt? In the YT Live, good to see you, bro. Can you go over all genres in one store? Yes, you can. You can multiply Amazon accounts. No, it's technically against Amazon's terms of service to have multiple Amazon accounts. This weekend, I'm creating an LLC and starting an Amazon business. Let's go, Gabriel. Congratulations. Gabrielle, sorry. Congratulations and wishing you Godspeed on your journey. How did the Vine review consolidation change? Or did the Vine consolidation change go through yet? Yes, I do believe it did, Richard. Appreciate the gifts, Gabrielle. No need to send gifts, y'all. I've never withdrawn a single penny from TikTok. If you guys want to support the live, tap that screen. It's free, or share the live. It really helps out a lot. But I do appreciate it. Tariffs, can you get around them by shipping products to myself? No, it doesn't work like that, because if the product enters the United States, you're going to be subject to tariffs. So, and also that's technically illegal, MFM. So no, we wouldn't want to do anything that was illegal. Let's go. Remember, 3K likes and we will show live Amazon sales for the day. 5K, 6K likes. Did I say 5 or 6K? I think I said 5K. We'll do live Amazon product research. Trying to upload my LLC to Amazon, but it's not working. Can you help run through the process down? What's not working? Can I send inventory to UK Marketplace or Canada if I have USA LLC? Yes, you can. Do you do both FBA and FBM? What's your preference? No, only FBA. I think FBM is a waste of time. I am not in the business of wanting to ship or pack orders or store products or anything like that. Right here, this is my office. This is all that I need to operate my Amazon business. I don't need a warehouse. I don't need employees. I don't need a forklift. I don't need a pallet jack. I don't need pallets. None of the above. How did you get notified of the Vine changes? I didn't get an email on it. Richard, I just stay up to date with a lot of changes that, I'm always on social media. I'm always on like LinkedIn, for example. So I'm like play by play up to dates on what's going on with Amazon. You gotta love the hate on the internet. Insecure people projecting their insecurities onto other people. Can we change non-resident LLC to resident? I've never done that, but I'm sure you can. If not, I would look that one up. I'm not 100% sure about that one, Hassan. Do I need UK or Canada LLC to send inventory? No, you do not. You do not. Sorry, I was reading something. Alex, thank you for sharing the live, bro. What are your products and what is your price range? For obvious reasons, I don't share the exact products that I sell. On a lot of old products, we sold under $30, but on new products that I launch nowadays, all over $30. Do you recommend starting out with an LLC? If capital is not an issue, yes, because an LLC separates you and your business entity. Outside of making purchase orders, what weekly tasks take most of your time? Purchase orders doesn't even take up time. That's like 10 minutes, pay the invoice and you're good to go. It's PPC ads that take up a majority of the time, Eli, and majority of the time being the 4 to 6 hours a week that I work on Amazon. What's your number one site to buying bulk products on? Alibaba. Sorry, dealing with a little thing right now. You'll have my full focus in a sec. Okay. Formal sales, 35K average sales. Reviews 540, variations in competition around 1 to 2. Sounds like a good product. Price range for me is over 150. I don't like the price range, but that's more of a personal preference. Doesn't mean that it doesn't meet the criteria. With those numbers, it's solid. How many low reviewed sellers perform well? Mark, thank you for sharing the live. Try best scale high to compete with China manufacturers. You'll always compete with China manufacturers. It's not the end all be all. I've been competing with Chinese manufacturers since 2019 when I first started. Do you have a lot of returns? What happens to those trash? They either get sent back to you. Sometimes they get put back into your inventory. Amazon started this new thing where you could sell returns as used items. So that's a way to alleviate some of that cost. But no, like on this account, less than a 2% return rate. Now, that's going to depend on your product quality and the category that you're in. That's why I avoid electronic and fragile items, because they generally have a much higher return rate than than other products. Lizzie, thank you so much for the follow. Bro, show your sales for the day. Let's do it. Thank you guys so much for 2K likes. And like I said, 4K likes, and we'll do some live product research. We got it pretty early. This is what I try to tell people. It's so easy to get the like goals that when we get them, we get to do cool things like show sales and do product research. But then when we don't get them, there's really no reason that we shouldn't. So I'm going to pull it up and I'll answer questions while I'm doing that. Is private label or wholesale? Is this private label or wholesale? Private label, 100%. What are you selling? All types of products, health and household, home and kitchen, office products. But I do not share the exact products for obvious reasons. Okay. Paysage, thank you so much for the follow. You serious? These are crazy figures. Appreciate you. God's plan. God is good, ladies and gentlemen. It's what happens when God's plan meets hard work and determination. Am I right? Okay, let's show these. Live sales. Also, so 7K, we're live a little earlier than usual, 4 p.m. in beautiful Southern California. Where's my mouse? Here it is. Boom. And then we got yesterday close. That's actually one of the best days, best non-prime or Cyber Monday or Black Friday days that we've had, I believe. So that's cool. Last 7 days. Also, shameless plug, everybody. If you guys like the lives, like the videos, and want to learn exactly the exact strategy to a T, how I achieve numbers like this, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program. Linked in the TikTok bio. And then let's show y'all. Actually, I want to see the last 90 days before we do custom. We're going to hit 7 figures, mark my words, by the end of the year on that time frame. And then let's do year to date. Boom. Let's go. Again, y'all, shameless plug. If you want to learn my exact tips and strategies, be sure. Let's go. If I'm going to keep going. Oh, just kidding. We'll run that back. Hold on. Let's run that back. Hold up. There we go. If you guys want to learn the exact strategies, how I achieve numbers like that, in the TikTok bio, you can apply for the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship right here. It's free to apply. Takes about 60 seconds to run through the form. And if you qualify for the program, keep in mind we do deny over 90% of applicants. But if you do qualify, after this, you'll be prompted to book a call with the team. Back to it. So year to date, and then let's do an update to the screenshot. Let's get it. What do you believe should be done if there is high impressions / clicks and no conversions? Get your reviews up and optimize your conversion rate. I've made quite a few videos about this, but this is my favorite analogy when it comes to Amazon PPC. Sorry, I was reading something. Biggest thing when it comes to Amazon PPC. I'm driving down the highway. I see a billboard for a restaurant. I decide to take the next exit because I saw that billboard, go to a restaurant. I pull up to the restaurant. The restaurant looks dirty. It's grimy, not clean, not sanitary. I look at the menu. The food looks gross. It has some pictures of the food. It looks gross. And I decide to get back in my car, back on the highway, and go eat somewhere else. In this scenario, whose fault is it that I didn't go eat at the restaurant? Was it the billboard's fault or was it the restaurant's fault? Obvious answer, it was the restaurant's fault. The billboard did its job. I saw the billboard. I pulled off the highway. I interacted with, it was a call to action, exit now. Went to the call to action, went to the restaurant. Billboard did its job. It was the restaurant's fault that I didn't go and eat there. In this analogy, Amazon ads are your billboard. If you get clicks, the Amazon ads did its job, assuming that you're bidding on relevant keywords. If somebody clicked and they didn't buy your product, then that means it's a product listing issue. Your product listing and your product are the restaurant in this scenario, which means you probably have low reviews, not great images, not optimized title, bullet points, not optimized A+ content, maybe a not good price. There's different factors, but it has to do with that, has nothing to do with your ads, assuming you are bidding on relevant keywords. What would you consider low review sellers on products? Under 200 reviews? When did you make your first sale starting? Did you start with ads right away? No, I didn't even know. And this is the part that if I could just imprint this into every net, I'm going to answer the question, brother. Obviously, I'm going line by line. Guys, asking a question multiple times isn't going to make me answer it any faster. But when I first started selling on Amazon, and this is the mindset that I wish I can imprint in everybody's mind, and that is, I didn't even know you had to run Amazon PPC ads until 2 weeks after my product was live. I was getting sales, I was getting reviews, I was doing decent, 3, 4, 5 sales a day, 0 ads. And my cousin's like, how's your product going? I'm like, it's great. She's like, have you run PPC ads yet? And I'm like, PPC ads? What do you mean? I have to run ads? She's like, what are you talking about? She's like, you're doing this good without ads? She was shocked. My bad, bro. No worries, Net. No worries. I always see you in the lives. God bless you. Appreciate you. And yeah, I was actually a little confused. I was like, he's always in the lives. He knows spamming, ain't it? But all good, brother. All good. And that's the part that I want people to understand, going back to it. So many people nowadays, and I understand it. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to, be rude or anything. But so many people are focused on like step 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and they haven't even started. Like there wasn't a condition of like, oh, if my ads convert, then I'll start running or start my business. I just knew that I wanted to sell on Amazon. I did everything that I needed in order to have a successful Amazon product. I went through the steps, I stuck to the fundamentals, and then on the other end, I created a successful brand and product that changed my life. So I want everybody to get into that mindset. It's okay to learn up. It's okay to ask questions. All of those things are okay. But to me, it's not okay to give conditions or put conditions on yourself for your potential dreams. Oh, it's my dream to be an Amazon seller and be financially free, but only if XYZ happens. The stars have to align. The sunset has to be a certain shade of orange this day in order for me to start. Like, that's not the mindset that's going to make people successful. Again, it's okay to ask questions. It's okay to learn up. It's okay to try to understand things before you get there, only if you're taking the action, though. I've never done FBA. What are you selling? All types of products: home and kitchen, office products, baby products, toys and games, health and household. Do you recommend launching more than one product at once? Not as a beginner, no. Are you from Michigan? No. Born and raised in Southern California. What about supplements? Not a fan of supplements. Not a fan. Although this isn't a supplement account that was established 4 years ago, it was a different game. I do not recommend supplements. How many products are you selling, including variations, Net? 40 plus. What is private label? It's where you take white label or generic products like this from a manufacturer. You find ways to add value and differentiate that product from the competition. And then you put your own brand or logo on it like that. What do you sell? All types of products. I don't share the exact products that I sell for obvious reasons. So do you sell on Amazon, and what is the best products? Guys, nobody is going to give you a free product. I promise you. In fact, any of you guys can send me any product that you see on the internet that somebody says, this is a great product to sell, and they gave that information away for free, and I will run circles around that product, tell you why it's not. Not my opinion, analytically, like reviews are too high, price is too low, cost per clicks are too high. Like, I'll give you analytical reasons. There truly is not anybody just giving out a free product to sell. I've made videos on other content creators' videos where they say this is a good product, and I've myth busted how it's not a good product. And even myself, I've made videos on what a good product is. And even at the end of every single one of those videos, I tell you why I wouldn't actually launch those products. It's just not a realistic thing. What's more realistic, guys, is instead of asking somebody to do the work for you, is ask somebody how you can put in the work yourself. Instead of what product should I sell on Amazon, what's a good criteria to stick to? What's a good way to do product research? Because the idea and the concept that business will be as easy as somebody giving you $1 million product idea on TikTok Live or a TikTok video, that amount of effort is not going to get somebody to a point where they are successful. When did you sell enough to live on it? Year into it. What is the best answer to that? I have lost products 2 times on USA and around 50K in total. What do you mean you lost products? I mean, did you not get insurance on your shipment? Because there's 2 aspects that protect you there if you're talking literally lost. If I sent products to Amazon and it got lost before it got to Amazon, I'm insured through my freight forwarder. Why would you not pay the extra $100 to insure thousands of dollars worth of goods? And then if for some reason Amazon got my inventory and they lost it, well, now I'm insured with Amazon because it was their fault that they lost it. I provide the shipping information and I get reimbursed minus my FBA fees. Lost money. Okay, why did you lose money, Anuba? We'll break it down, brother or sister. Also, we can do some live product research. Can we talk your process figuring out how you will differentiate? What do you consider? I'm down to do that. Would you guys rather do live product research or go over live differentiation ideas? I'll let you guys choose. We hit the like goal, so these lives are for you. So I'll let you guys choose. How hard is it to get approved for supplement on Amazon? It's not hard. It's just expensive. It'll cost you a few $1,000s on top of what you're already paying for your cost of goods and everything to get an ISO certified lab test. Thank you for answering my questions, boss. It's late where I am, so got to bail. Stay safe. God bless, MF. How many products you have on this account? 9, including variations. Also, I had another question. If you have a good product, don't recommend expanding on the set. Wait. Also have another question. If you have a good product, do you recommend expanding on the selling product? What do you mean expanding? Like launching more variations? If that's the case, like only if it's applicable. Launching multiple variations isn't necessarily the move for every product. You just have to base it on the numbers. Like, can I put that capital towards launching a new product? And will that perform better than if I just added a variation to my existing product? I found my product, ordered sample, but scared of tariffs for a bulk order. What do I do? I mean, it's an interesting one because you went through the process with a Chinese manufacturer. Few things. Speak to your manufacturer and your freight forwarder to see what you're going to end up paying. If you did hypothetically order and ship the products right now, and then calculate your margins. Another thing is the more recommended one is look for manufacturers outside of China. I know it might seem a little daunting because you went through the steps and the process and everything already, but trust me, it will be worth it. Another thing is if you go watch one of my more recent videos, it's not official, but they did announce that they're likely going to drop those tariffs pretty substantially. Why does gated even mean? It means it's gated. I don't know how you explain that. Like behind a gate, gated, unable to get into, barrier. How much is your ACOS out of this? Tacos. So I'm calculating tacos. Tacos is 8% on that account. Do you have any customer service responsibilities? If a customer reaches out about something specific, but I haven't had to respond to a customer in God knows how long. Maybe I've done it 30 times in my career of selling on Amazon. So you really don't have that much customer service obligation. One-on-one. I only have one-on-one aspects for my mentorship students. Like I don't do one-on-one calls. I could make significantly more money if I had a Calendly link on my TikTok and let people go book a call for my hourly rate, $500 for 30 minutes. But I don't do that because I don't necessarily care to make the most amount of money. I want to focus my energy and time towards my mentorship students, all who have direct access to me, all who have one-on-one Zoom call with me. Live product research, definitely. Differentiation ideas, both. We got to do one or the other. You guys pick. So far, we're tied. From Gate brand, I have to order sample 10 units, or can it be different items of the same? It depends if you're getting ungated for a product or brand. What is the best tools to search for products? Helium 10 or Jungle Scout? because certainly competition increased and even spending $500 a day, ACOS was over 80%. So Anuba, I'm going to hit you with a bit of a harsh reality, brother. I hope it doesn't come off the wrong way. I'm saying this because I want you to help you. LOL, FBA dashboard is offset. Omar, you clearly didn't see when I was showing live Amazon sales earlier, bro, for everybody who was in this live. I know you felt like you did something, like trying to disprove that it was a, like it was a fake screenshot or something, but you kind of just made yourself look silly because half the people in this live have seen the live Amazon dashboard that you're referring to. But God bless you, brother. Hope you're having a blessed day. Anyways, back to it. Anuba, it had nothing to do with Amazon as to why you lost all that money, bro. Not even really the competition. It was because you didn't optimize. Like you just said, you were spending $500 a day with an 80% ACOS. That's your problem. I would never even get to $100 a day with 100% or 80% ACOS. So you thought that running ads was going to be the way where you can get sales and that magically you were going to become profitable, when in reality, early on, your first $100 in spend, first $200 in spend, you got the data to know, okay, my conversion isn't good. Instead of doubling down on my ad spend and spending more with this high ACOS, what you needed to do is go to the drawing board, going and pushing for more reviews, optimizing your listing for conversion. And I don't mean just once, because a lot of people will hear that and be like, I did optimize my listing. Optimize it until the conversion is where you need it to be. And so let's use this example. If you have a product and you're it's $1 cost per click. And is it better to write this down and show you guys, or just do mental math? Let's try to do it with mental math. Hopefully you guys can all visualize it, right? So if I have a product that I'm selling for $20, that's the sale price on Amazon, and the cost per click for my ads are $1 for every click. All right. Let's say that I had a 5% conversion. So for every 100 clicks, I only get 5 sales. $1 cost per click, which means 100 clicks is $100 in ad spend. I have a $20 product. I got 5 sales, which means I have $100 in sales, which would equal a 100% ACOS with a 5% conversion. Okay. Now let's take the same product price and the same cost per click. We're not changing anything. But this time I have an optimized conversion rate. So instead of a 5% conversion, I have a 20% conversion, which is very doable, by the way. So now 100 clicks, $1 per click, $100 in ad spend, but this time 20 sales for a $20 product. So that $100 has now yielded me $400 just because I increased my conversion. I didn't increase my ad spend. I didn't increase my cost per click. I didn't do anything except for increase conversion. Now, all of a sudden, you go from 100% ACOS to a 25% ACOS. So that is the disconnect, brother. And this is what I tell people. This is what I tell people is the biggest reason why Amazon sellers fail post-launch. It's not because they had a bad product. It's not because Amazon is out to get them. It's not even because of the saturation. It's because they didn't make proactive optimizations to their listing. It's like you had the data, you didn't optimize the data, you kept spending. If your conversion rate is 5% your first 100 clicks, it's not magically going to jump up to 20% your next 100 clicks. You have the data. It's going to be 5% for your next 2,000 clicks, assuming nothing changes for the product. So that's the part that I want everybody to understand, because when you hear people say, I lost money because of Amazon, I lost money because of Amazon PPC ads, it's almost never that, and it's almost always they lost money because of lack of proactive optimizations. Like, would you rather expand in that niche? Probably winning product. Expanding in the niche, maybe, if it was a new product, but I don't know about variations. If you're scared, why start? I agree, but I disagree, man. I mean, we're human. Like I get what you're saying, Alex, and I agree with what you're trying to say. But it's also human nature. We're all going to be scared for something new. We're humans. We're doing something new. It's outside of our comfort zone. Also, this Omar guy, he's still in the live, and he comes in the live very, very often. You came in to spew hate, and then you're sitting down. Spending time in the live, but to each their own. God bless you, bro. Unless I misread the message, and I'm just being a exactly. That's how you should start out and throw more on ads after. 110%. 110%. Yeah, of course I make money selling the program, brother. I charge for it. I'm glad that you figured that out, Blues Clues. But yeah, it's the dashboard is very off-centered. You're right. It's a fake dashboard, fake numbers. Not really an Amazon seller. But I appreciate your insecurity, brother. Like I said, God bless you, and I pray for your success. I also pray for your mentality, for your mindset, because spewing hate on other people rather than asking yourself, how did they achieve that, is probably a reflection of why a lot of people are in the position that they're in. You calculate your Amazon FBA fees with the Amazon FBA fee calculator. Also, please don't spam in the chat, y'all. It doesn't make me answer your question any faster. I know you are an Amazon seller because what you telling no book or YouTube learner can't tell. What do you mean by that, Anuba? I'm assuming that was a compliment, but it went over my head. How do you get quotes for shipping before listing the product? Contact the freight forwarder or ask your manufacturer. Yeah, it's a compliment. Appreciate you, brother. Omar, brother, like I said, God bless you. Wishing you Godspeed on your journey. You can sit in the live like a good little boy. But yeah. How to calculate and answer that. I've been selling in UK, EU for the last 12 years. We're doing good in EU. Same methodology. Nice. God bless you, bro. What was your initial investment in Amazon product? 4,900 USD. How do you get notified? Did you buy any stocks during market crash? I did, Richard. Everybody was crying about everything being down, and it was Black Friday for me. I loved it. In fact, because of everything that I got when everything was such a discount. I know this is about Amazon, not all this. 2 days ago, or whenever everything was on the up and up, I had one of the single best days that I have had in my portfolio. So that was fun. It's the classic saying that, opportunity is created in chaos. Some people there was a lot of people who sold for a loss. I was like, let's get it. Time to make some money, baby. How do you optimize listing? How to calculate? Why are y'all even here if you think it's fake? Go find someone else that has real data then. Yes, 100%. This man is real. Yes, sir. Know you're a seller. Appreciate you. Should I even run ads while waiting for my reviews to come in? No. How to calculate Amazon fees for brand product? Answer that. My issues, I can't get ungated for nothing. You got to do it through the official channels. That is why. People, then you're not a seller. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I'll just say this once. Like, I'm not even saying this to anybody in this live because y'all are real ones. It's 99. It's the 99% on social media. You know, for every hater, you have 100 fans. So y'all are real ones. I appreciate it. But what these people don't realize is that their opinions don't change anybody's reality, right? That's why I always think it's funny. That's why it's a great opportunity to always show sales and things like that. And it also, I've said this before, it says more about the commenter than it does the person that they're making the comment on. Because do you guys see successful people in lives sitting and spewing negativity? Do you see them on TikTok comments spewing negativity? Do you see them hating or dissing on other people? No, they're either in their own lane, or they're tipping their hats off to other people who are getting it in their own way, or they're looking at somebody else successful and thinking, okay, what can I learn from this person, right? I was just talking to somebody who had a construction business, and they were telling me they do something with construction that I think is so sick. Like, it's different than any other construction company I've seen. And I didn't look at that and be like, oh, he probably scammed and he's fake and that's not a real business. I'm not even in construction. I was like, what can I learn from this guy? You know, he's 50 something years old. He's an OG in the game. A lot of times people are spewing their insecurity onto other people, and I almost feel bad for them. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, it's complete. Good afternoon. What up, Kevin? Also, I can't log in. People hating on regarding the market crash, but they should be thanking him for the opportunity. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I'm not gonna. I get what you're saying, but 100%. Anytime I bring up Trump in any of my videos, people like blow their lid. They think that I'm talking political. I agree with that statement, but if I agree with that statement, people think like, oh, you're riding for this guy. It's like, I don't care about any politician. I don't have any stance. I don't care what color you support. Like, it makes zero difference to me. I just look at opportunity, and for me, everything being down was an opportunity. Do you think someone first starting on Amazon would make it with tariffs right now? Yes, because China's not the only country to manufacture products. He says you're writing for that guy. You're funny. Dumb question. How do you launch a product with confidence, brother? Go watch the just the exact things that I talk about in the program, Kevin. It's the fundamentals. Remind me, Kev, after the live, just send me a message and I'll send you a couple of Zoom calls that you should for sure watch. What are you selling? All types of products. Okay, I want to make good on my promise. I appreciate you guys for getting the like goal. I realized that I was ranting way too long. So we're going to do really, really quick live product research right now. I'm just going to pick the category. We're going to do home and kitchen, and I'm going to show my screen right now so that y'all can see it. Let's share the screen on YT first. YT, you guys can see it. Just let me know if you can't see it. I think we're good. And then we're going to flip this. Boom. Okay, we'll do this on the quick status because I didn't realize I was live this long. So step one, phase one. What up, bro? What up, KG? We are going to search for something generic on Amazon so that we can generate a product idea. So I looked up home and kitchen, and here it's going to show us all different products in home and kitchen. We're going to find a product that catches our eye. If you guys want, you can feel free to let me know a product that catches your eye, and we'll look at that one. Otherwise, we shall scroll. Hey, Chris, good to see you, brother. Another one of the mentorship students. Hope all is well with you. So we're looking for a product that catches our eye. You guys let me know if you see one that catches your eye. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so nothing that really caught my eye on page one. Again, y'all feel free to comment and we can analyze your product. Keep in mind that this first phase, your guess is as good as mine. It's literally what product catches your eye. We're not going to look at anything that has a mass amount of reviews like this, though. So let's keep going. So far, this one is kind of catching my eye. I've seen it pop up a few times. I was almost waiting for some of you guys to drop in the comments, but I can see that we are waiting for me to do it because I would assume you're expecting that I will find you a good product right now. But that's not what live product research is about, ladies and gentlemen. I'm teaching you how to fish. I'm not handing you a fish. Anybody? All right. Well, this one caught my eye, so we'll go with this one. So here we have the air purifier. Once we found a product that caught our eye, we are now going to identify the main keyword. The main keyword will be in the title, and it will be what the product is. I'll show you. I've been doing this for a while, so I kind of have a good gauge on what it is. The main keyword for this is going to be air purifier. The main keyword for something like this would be like kitchen mat, or kitchen mat, not kitchen rug. The main keyword for something like this would be ice cream maker. The main keyword for something like this would be bar stool set or bar stools, right? So just to give you guys an idea on how to do that. So air purifier is our main keyword. We're going to go to the search bar and then we're going to type in air purifier. And we want to make sure that we're looking at the keyword that has the highest search volume. One thing I forgot to mention, I am using a product research software for this, Helium 10's Google Chrome extension, which is why I'm able to see these search volume numbers right here. I would have gone for utensils. You should have said it. You should have said it. I would have looked at it, but it's all good. Next time. So air purifier, we see, where did I just see it? Air purifiers for home. I don't really like the long tail version, so we're going to go with air purifier. Let's make sure that, actually, nope, that's the highest search volume. I was wrong, 415,000. So now we move on to the next phase where we're going to pull up our Helium 10 Google Chrome extension. And here it's going to show us all the different data for all the products on page 1. First thing that I'm looking at is search volume. I want it to be above 2K. And I'm going to go to the year chart and make sure that the product isn't seasonal. This is a pretty normal search volume graph, and even at the lowest point, the search volume is still solid. Then we have total revenue, 24 mil. I want this to be at least 200K. Average revenue, 1 mil. I want this to be at least 7 to 10K. Average price, $81. I want this to be at least 30. And then we have average reviews, 21,000. This right here is what would disqualify this product for me, because I look for a product that's under or around 500 average reviews. Something that's like 600, 700, I think is okay. Over 1,000 is far too high. And then just to show you guys the last thing that I look at, even though that product didn't meet my criteria, and once I saw that, I would just move on from this and rinse and repeat the process. This is actually why I don't go for high reviewed sellers, because I also want to look at how low reviewed sellers in the market are performing. And as we see here, there are 0 low reviewed sellers on page 1. But generally, I would want 20% of sellers on page 1 who had low reviews making 10K plus a month. Now, if that product like this one didn't meet the criteria, it's okay. We would just go back to our original page, home and kitchen. We would rinse and repeat the process until we found a product that caught our eye. Rinse and repeat, analyze, rinse and repeat, analyze, and rinse and repeat. Now, if you guys got value from that and you want an even more in-depth guide on how to do product research, multiple different methods, whole 9, and to have me as your personal mentor, be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship Program in the TikTok bio. I will not be going live for probably a while because I'm going to be gone. And so be sure to go check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship. Stay tuned for all of the videos because I'll still be posting videos every day. And you'll still probably catch me on a live here or there, but it won't be gone. Yes, sir. I am going to be gone for a bit. And so I'm going to take a little hiatus from going live every day. I'll still be going live, but it's just not going to be every day. So I'm going to just say that I'm not. So be sure to check out the AMZ Masterclass Mentorship, everybody. God bless you, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Mentorship program is in the TikTok bio, free to apply, and I will see you